It's working. Okay. Where am I? Yes, I know. Every time I say this, where am I? This is the difference of a Saturn working in an air sign. Things go like that for me with intuition. Saturn in Capricorn, earthy stuff, slowing my Saturn down. And why I'm always trying to figure out where I'm oriented here on Earth, because I'm always taking in so much in my head. So, where am I? Where am I on this? Okay, let me get this set up. I mean, how long have I been doing this? Almost 2 years. And this is part of the head injury. This is still like work every time. It's like Groundhog's Day. I really have to think about this. It's crazy. That's okay. What am I doing here? What else? Yes, I type quickly. Those are my piano fingers. What is this? This is alive, right? Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm doing the best I can right now. Save. And I've told the family, don't bother me. Ooh, that's on. Because I'm live. Oh, gross. I'm sorry, I just ate pizza super fast. And it's talking. Okay, get me a link. Get me a link. Get me a link. Oh, gotta mute. Mute. Let me put this over here. Hi, you guys. Live chat. Mute. How you doing, my friends? What a week. What a week. You guys, there's so much goodness happening. I almost started, well, I did get teary-eyed the other day. Let me say hello. Hello, Beth V is here. Hello, Beth. Hey, T-Barb, how are you feeling? My other fellow Scorpio. These energies have been hard, but you know what? There's been a big shift. I'm sure you guys have all felt maybe the power and the energy more solidified, a little bit more stable, a little bit more, taking a double look at things and going, oh, I see. Mars and Scorpio. Michelle, my bell's ready. Hi, Mel, Dom, and Rosie, and Martha. Calf Moons. Hello, Marby. Hello, Anne. Hi, Cartomancy. Cartomancy Mesquite. There are 0 asteroids named after your first and your last here. Hi, GM Dave, Sharon, Pamela. Pamela's had the most dreadful 10 days. I'm so glad to see you. We did have a very dreadful 10 days. We are pulling out of it. We get to this new moon on Thursday, my birthday, and Regina. We get to this new moon, and it's like, it's going to click, and it's going to be like, we've forgotten all this stuff. Like, we'll remember it being busy, but it's like almost you forget about it. But heading to this new moon, it's if you've had a hard time the last 10 days, it's kind of like where we get to catch our breath, reflect on what's been going on, catch up, and really focus on the fine tuning we need to do ahead of this new moon. And we're going to do something new tonight related to that, okay? So, Pamela, it's going to be okay. Pamela, also Venus is squaring. Venus is in Sagittarius. I know you have a lot of Virgo in your chart, so it's just the world feels unkind, I'm sure, and disorganized, and just like a mess. Virgos can't stand that. Oh, I got a Virgo moon. Okay. Hi, Marby. Leslie's here with bells on. Can you hear them? Sharon. Hi, Tarot Love Community. I didn't get to watch the rest of your collab with Joyce, but okay, you guys had me at Doctor Strange. Holy cow, I want to talk about that sometime later. And the numerology, I loved it. It was such a great collab. And then the ladies the other night, Nasty Women Tarot, there were 4 of them. Was it last Tuesday or Thursday? I can't remember. Last week was a hard week, and I'm telling you, it was so refreshing to happen to see that they were live and to go hang out. It was like I walked into a new venue where the insanity didn't exist, and all the negativities just washed away. It just felt so refreshing, so cleansing, and it was just effortless, and they were just chit-chat. It was like a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So thank you for that. Hi, Marjorie. Bonnie. Okay, hi, Purple Sky. Carla. Okay. You guys, the things are going to be getting better, okay? They're going to be getting worse. Yes, we've got several Scorpios in the house, okay? Mars finally went into Scorpio. Mars hasn't been here since my very first live. I've just got chicken skin because my very first live that I did was when we welcomed the Divine Feminine. It was like a really bad, very amateur hour live, my first one that we wanted to be awake for like 6:30 or 7 a.m. on the East Coast because it was such a momentous moment. So I ended up staying up all night long because I knew if I went to sleep, there's no way in heck I was going to get up in time for that and be able to think. It was magical. And I know some of you guys are still with me from that first live. As soon as the Venus-Jupiter conjunction hit the galactic center, the galactic center is the very center of our galaxy, the big swirly thing. And in the big swirly thing, we're like all the way over here. We're like in some cul-de-sac way out of nowhere near the metropolis, okay? So we're like on the outer edges. And so the galactic center is the center of our galaxy. It's a giant black hole. It's like hundreds of millions of light years away. We'll never get because I'm not even go there. So what happened was the Venus-Jupiter conjunction. How often is Venus and Jupiter conjunct? Every couple of years, 2-3 years. How often is Jupiter at the galactic center of the universe? Every 12 to 13 years. So the Venus-Jupiter conjunction at the galactic center, the birthplace of the sun, is what ushered in the Divine Feminine. And the chart for that Divine Feminine ushering in, I've just been waiting for her to kick butt. She has, because what happened? We elected, our first female vice president. A lot of really good things have happened since then. But on that day, Mars was 0 degrees. I don't have it with me, do I? It was 0 degrees Scorpio. Divine Feminine could only do so much until she got her mojo back. And that is what happened a couple days ago. I can't even remember which day it was, but my goodness, she has been kicking butt because she was making herself known last week. It was a very difficult last week, but it was like the bad guys got the rug yanked out from under their feet. They are scrambling. And I would tell you that the attitude I'm feeling from Divine Feminine, it's not like she's saying F you, F that, but if you think of your cat, sitting there all cute and pretty and perfect and then just pushing crap off the table, crap off of that, you gotta pick that up. It's kind of that attitude, this isn't gonna work, that's not gonna work, this is not how we do it. It's kind of like that kind of F this, F that. It is profound. It is so profound. And it's a jolt. Oh, I know exactly when that went. Oh my gosh. Hello, family. I told you. I'm live. Don't. So, the moment that happened, Mars went into Scorpio, 0 degrees. Scorpio, waiting for her to kick butt. Just a second. And did you guys see the press conference by Everett Stern? I know I'm all over the place. Saturday morning, 10:23 a.m. That's the guy that gave a press conference. He's running for senator in Pennsylvania. And he spontaneously gave a press conference. We don't know how many people were there. He sounded very nervous. He has a background in, I think, CIA intelligence type of stuff. He worked for HBSC Bank. He was very successful as a whistleblower in the past. But he just gave this like half-hour press conference, naming names, when, where, what, that we were having a major national security event crisis, calling out General Flynn and all those people and his party. They were really caught, I'm going to buffer, aren't I? Committing treason against the United States. I mean, he was way out there. And nobody was really picking up the story. It's like, everyone's like, hello, are you going to pick this up? Well, now we're starting to see publications about it. And I don't know if he decided to drop out of the Senate race because of what was going on, which I think was very smart. But anyway, Divine Feminine, this was the chart for the earliest tweet I found that, well, he announced it. Look at here. She's getting stuff done. This is the chart. Mars, you see that Mars right there? What does it say? 0 degrees Scorpio, 00 minutes. It's like he woke up, Divine Feminine was like, hey, wake up. We got work to do. And he announced it. That was the power of his press conference. I mean, it is just stunning. And I know I did a video on this. I just about fell over when I saw this was Pisces, 29 degrees. That's the Republican Party, the sun. They're at the end. And they're debating Roe. The chart for Roe, the sun is Pisces, 29 degrees. This is why the GOP thinks they own Roe and they get to say what happens with Roe and nobody can take it away from them. This is like why I want a new Roe chart, because I want their grubby hands and their grubby vibe and their grubby man SCOTUS court that, yes, said it was the, constitutional right. We want all their energy off of Roe and women's rights. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I also have been asking for a new Roe chart that would be more self-empowering, because as long as we have this, we're going to have them exploiting Roe, playing games, and pimping Roe to get their voters to turn out. I mean, it is like the biggest bang for the buck for them to go all Roe and then have them all show up to vote. No, they think they own it because they share the sun, the thing that gives them life. But here's the thing. If they didn't think they were going down, this is kind of like the thing, if I'm going down, y'all are going down too, type of thing. And I know it's very nerve-wracking, but we'll see. We'll see, okay? So that's pretty awesome. That moon was 20. So this was on Saturday that this happened. Oh my God, so much has happened. So much has happened. Okay, how are you guys doing? I need some water. Hello. Okay. So, Divine Feminine has it. She's been working hard. Last week, let's talk about last week a little bit because it was so insane. I could not keep up with the stuff. There's just a couple things I want to tell you. October, I even made a chart for that day because it was so crazy. I just picked the time. It was 9:30 that morning, Wednesday, October 27th. I have like 3 sheets of paper of all the news stories that had broken. And then I kept writing stuff out from Huawei Telecom revenue is down. Costco and Starbucks increasing minimum wage by a lot. Burr insider trading. DOJ saying we're going to have tougher white collar crime. I think, is that when they had the huge bust, the Operation Hunt tour? The German courts convicted a man spying for Russia. The whole thing with Venezuela offered USA to release Americans for lifting of a key financier. Oh. Stick a pin in this. Oversight subpoenaed ExxonMobil, BP, Chevron regarding fossil fuels and what they knew about climate change. These were just a couple of things that happened over 2 days. I have another page. I don't know where it is. All that stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened abroad. And I think President Biden left overseas right as we were hitting the quarter moon. So what happened? Well, looky here. There's a yod in this chart. There's all these red and blue lines. I kind of outlined this yellow line here because I'm like, what the heck is going on this day? That is so insane. And it was active for like a couple days. I mean, it just picked it up and ran with it. Well, I'll tell you what happened on that particular day. The yod, we've talked about this triangle. It's made of 2 sides that are 150 degrees. The 150 degrees, the inconjunct, they're just like a weird angle. It's almost like you can't figure out how things link together when like things out of the blue happen, but then you start to put the pieces together. And it's like, oh, that was profound. So it's got these 2 weird angles connected by a harmonious blue base that is 60 degrees. So they call this the finger of God. It is very prominent in charts like with death and accidents. Well, it was very prominent on the 27th. So on the 27th, my God. Oh my God, there's so much here. Mars that day was 27 degrees Libra. They keep saying Mars is in its fall and its detriment in Libra. But I'm like, no, I think Mars does a pretty good job fighting for justice. But that's basically all Mars can do. It can't go off and do whatever it wants to do. It has to stick around and just keep fighting for justice, fighting for justice, fighting for justice. Well, that Mars 27 was an exact square to USA Pluto. This is kind of a preview of what's going to happen with that Pluto return coming up in February. We're getting little hints all the time. But this yod, I will tell you, I went back and made a sheet. All the stuff that happened in 2020, everything that happened in 2019 with the can opener eclipses and all that stuff, all those Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions when Donald was going all military, the Saturn-Jupiter conjunct, all that stuff. This yod, if you look at all of these things that I've written down, it hit every single eclipse. And not only did it hit every single eclipse, it hit multiple things in the eclipse. That's why it was so powerful last week. And that really felt like a huge, kind of a giant tsunami wave. We were all kind of, riding through, coasting through. I turned off the news. So look at this. So this yod, the reason why it was so powerful is that this moon was in Cancer. And recently I talked, it was probably at the full moon, about, you guys, there's something going on because the United States has the asteroid Wuhan at its sun. Wuhan, meaning devastation, destruction, going scorched earth, and getting stuff done. All that energy and action, because this happened globally. It wasn't just here. And there's still fallout happening from it. So we have Wuhan, and the moon picked up that energy. At 20 degrees, that moon, because this 20 degrees, I'm sorry, I got stuff all over me. This is hitting all these eclipses. This is hitting everything. This moon itself. The anchors, oh my gosh. Well, Venus, money gains, values in the area of law around the world. 21 degrees, Sagittarius. This is sitting on Donald's moon, but this is also an eclipse click. This is last year's eclipses in December. Remember when we were releasing a solar figure, I think it was around December 14th, that eclipse, releasing a solar figure, it now is perfectly 22 degrees away from Jupiter, going direct. Jupiter's expanding stuff and blowing it up, and Venus, Jupiter is also triggering remembering divine feminine, which is just around the corner. Actually, the divine feminine 0 degrees is right in between the sun, Mars. So she's like waking up, like here, like, you know, kind of getting her elbows up, like, get out of my way, I got to do stuff. And this thing, it just kept pouring on and pouring on and pouring on stuff. That was totally exhausting. And that's what happened. But this is what is so cool. This is what made me cry. I had another discovery. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You want to hear this? Why are you so important, RHADAMANTHUS? Okay. Because on this day, Mars 27, I don't know how I got to this point. There's this asteroid. I love it. RHADAMANTHUS. You guys know RHADAMANTHUS? Just listen to this. This was a tweet. And this was I had tweeted it one day, like, when you see a chart and it's so beautiful, it takes your breath away and you get teary-eyed. And there's just like a cute like lady like, oh my gosh, you know, can't believe it. But then I looked at it again and I was done. I was crying. I was relieved. I'm like, we are saved. We are in good hands. There is nothing to worry about. Let me tell you about RHADAMANTHUS. RHADAMANTHUS, get my Rolodex. Holy crap. In the U.S. chart, it is at 26 Libra. It takes 245 years to orbit. We had a RHADAMANTHUS return in 2015. More on that later. Meaning it came back to where it started. RHADAMANTHUS is the mythic king of ancient Crete, the son of Zeus, and the brother is Minos, or Minos, M-I-N-O-S. RHADAMANTHUS was such an outstanding judge. RHADAMANTHUS stands for integrity, justice, judgment, and handing out punishments that may seem harsh, but absolutely deserved. It is impartial. It is wisdom, intelligence. The brother Minos was jealous and drove RHADAMANTHUS into exile. But RHADAMANTHUS has an absolute inability to ever be swayed into corruption. They're scrupulous and they're about honesty. If it's negatively effective, then you just get more of that. You get extreme inflexibility. You get extreme sternness. You get extreme person that only talks in legalistic jargon, and you have no empathy. But RHADAMANTHUS is the judge. Because RHADAMANTHUS was exiled by the brother, RHADAMANTHUS then was appointed judge of the dead, and the ruler of Elysium. It's a blissfully beautiful area of the underworld where those who were favored by the gods got to spend their lives after death. Okay, so this is RHADAMANTHUS. So that crazy day when Mars was there, Mars was kissing, triggering RHADAMANTHUS. And all this crazy new stuff came out. The Scotland, the Trump Turnberry, the judge is looking at it, and they're gonna find out by the end of the year whether or not they can proceed with whatever it is about the money. The unexplained wealth. Oh my God, in Laos, the police had the largest bust ever for meth, 5.5 million meth pills, 1.5 tons of crystal. It was a record drug haul in the Golden Triangle. Honduras, we got a drug lord extradited. Russia, we had a Russian extradited, part of the cybercrime ring. We had 7 arrested in Tampa for human trafficking and massage parlors. All that kind of stuff was going on. Oh my God. The other thing happening here, Medusa at the full moon was 27 degrees Libra. So remember, Medusa is the one that protects the innocent, the ones who've been abused and assaulted. We've got police that are getting in trouble. Like, all these people are getting in trouble. RHADAMANTHUS and Medusa were triggered. Like I said, RHADAMANTHUS has 250 years before it comes back. This was a return chart. Now, this is what made me cry. Because when I saw this chart, this was 2015. RHADAMANTHUS is super triggered here. RHADAMANTHUS is starting a new cycle. We have the eastern horizon, the western horizon, top of the chart, the bottom of the chart. On the ascendant, we have 23 degrees Sagittarius. That was the releasing of a solar figure eclipse. But at the top of the chart, the very top of the chart, blew me away. 14 degrees Libra. That is the United States Saturn. And its ultimate dominion, the best place it could ever be placed in a chart to do its job, right at the top. RHADAMANTHUS, the scales of justice, reinforced here. Just crazy. And on that day, it was November 3rd. So RHADAMANTHUS is going to be very much triggered from this return with this new moon in Scorpio, because remember, 2020 was the big reset for everything. So everything, 2021 is the fallout, and everyone's readjusting and reacclimating. And then we go through these waves of craziness and trying to adjust and get our footing again. It's happening for everything. Oh my gosh, it is just unbelievable. How are you guys doing? Let me check in with you real quick. How are you? How are you? Let me see. Is there anything else going on? GM Dave, hi Queen. Do you use a computer program for finding all the asteroids? And where do you find the interpretations? Okay, so there's a lot of places I look, and I think I'm probably going to just end up getting a subscription. My number one go-to, I think this is it. I use this database a lot. Tons of asteroids in there where you can like get the name. It gives you the asteroid number and the name, and it's easy to look through, because going to wiki is hard. There are some other websites I like. I'm not going to write them here because some of them I like, some of them I'm like, I don't quite agree with that. The guru with asteroids is Demetra George. She's another good one to look up. She's, I think, the grandmother of asteroids for, modern astrology. She's really, really good. So this is basically where I go. And depending what I'm looking at, I am going to a bunch of different places. But I'm probably going to get a subscription here because I really like this one. But I will tell you, my own work, I have shared with you guys many asteroids that there's no research on, that I'm figuring out on my own based on what's going on. I just had another one happen the other day too. So that's what I use. And I am feeling like I'm getting more accuracy in prediction just through asteroids if I can understand their history and how they're playing out at the lunations. Because, 7 planets, 8 planets, you can only do so much. They're still very active, but, the asteroids were here with the Big Bang. We were all just one thing, and then it all got blown apart. I know astrologers don't like to consider asteroids because, like Pluto, their orbits, like when you look at the sun and all the planets, we're all like on the same plane, except Pluto, is kind of off. And that's what all these asteroids are, just all over the place. They have these weird orbits, but here's the thing. In their orbits, it's like they tag all the extra constellations we never get to play with. And they bring a flavor of that. I still want to know what Pegasus is like. So you can see like their transits and it's like, well, I never heard of that constellation. They bring them in. They bring the personality and the quirkiness and kind of like the day-to-day kind of routine things that happen. And the other argument is that you can't use asteroids because we're all on this plane, and they didn't talk about it in Hellenistic ancient astrology. But the other argument is that because they're not on this flat plane, they're weird. They're obligated. They're not flat. They're tilted. Well, you know what else is tilted? Our moon by 5 degrees. Our moon is not flat. Our satellite is not flat. Here, it tilts up or down by about 5 degrees. The moon was meant to talk with the asteroids. It's like the moon's all the friends, the neighborhood. It's everybody. So those are just my quirky thoughts as this evolves. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Does that answer your question? T-Barb, I don't understand astrology at all, so I just listened to you, T-Barb. It's only been 2 years. It's okay. It's a good story to tell, right? We were meant to tell stories. Hi, Lila. Thank you. Okay, oh yeah, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, Marjorie, I always felt about asteroids just because it's not discovered doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Exactly. And you know what? We're going to start playing with asteroids. There's a lot I want to talk about, but I'm like, you know what? This new moon, Scorpio, is really important. This is going to be like our official 1 year, I think, of doing our new moon. No. 2 years. Holy cow. How many years have we been doing this? Because I know last year I really hunkered down in November because of what was coming up. Was that the year? I can't even remember. Anyway, Divine Feminine is here. In Mars and Scorpio. Scorpio's secondary ruler is Pluto. What do we have coming up next year? The Pluto return. So we'll be doing this. But what I want to do to get ahead of that, I'm looking up your guys' asteroids with your names, and I'm going to show you where they are. Well, I'll show you where they are right now. But even ahead of the new moon, where some of your names are in the new moon chart, so that you can kind of, focus on those things. What do you think about that? I'm excited to do that. So that's what I was going to switch to right now. Because it gets kind of interesting. So we were at this quarter moon. And if you want to add your name to the asteroid list, put it in the comments section. And not everyone's going to have an asteroid named after them. What I just started doing tonight was I started looking at the comments, and I just started picking up names and writing down asteroids. So this, where is our quarter moon? Oh my God, Donald is so toast. He's so toast. It's so funny. Okay. So President Biden is out of town. See all these big arrows? The only time I've seen like stuff going back and forth like this, like I remember around August 30, withdrawing from Afghanistan. This is very interesting. I know he's out of town, but wow, is there just a lot of activity going on. Again, this quarter moon that was last Thursday. Oh, I didn't post that yet. This is in Washington, D.C. We've got the moon, North Node, Dark Moon Lilith, Uranus, Chiron, Neptune, beneath the horizon. We can't see what's going on. Just like a couple weeks ago at the full moon, I was like, you guys, something big and huge is going to happen. I don't know what it is. And someone was like, well, do you know what it is? I was like, no, we'll see parts of it, but it won't be until afterwards that we see what's happening. And I think that was that Everett Stern. In fact, okay, this is crazy. For those of you that are on Twitter, I had tweeted like, God, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. It was that night nobody could sleep. Nobody could sleep. A lot of people could not sleep because the energy was so crazy. And I was laying there drifting to sleep, thinking about my Halloween costume. And all of a sudden, it was such a loud, not a spring, not a click, but it was definitely like a snap. Something was totally released. It was so loud, it jolted me awake. And like, if I want to say my right ear was ringing, but it wasn't, because it was clairaudience. It was so weird. And I'm like, I'm just going to draw some cards. The astrology, I'm going to take I'm going to take pictures of this. And sure enough, I think that was like Friday morning at like 5 a.m. Everett, the stuff he came up with, and I did the horoscope and his chart, it all matched him. I think that's when the trigger was. It was just so weird. So weird. So again, there's stuff happening. We can't see what's happening. We'll find out later, especially since President Biden is abroad. And of course, they're doing G20 stuff. But believe you me, there's a bigger thing that they're working on, and I can't see it. And I just don't have the time to figure that out. Okay? So yeah. So here are some of I've got some names here. So at the top, and then at the top, Donald. Okay, we're just gonna throw some cards here because with this chart, the other thing that leapt out at me at the bottom of the chart, 22 Gemini. That's Donald's sun. The top of the chart is Donald's moon. It's like he's been staked out here. He can't move. I don't want to say like he's staked on a cross, but it's like that. He cannot move. He's like pinned, like that wheel, like when they go to the circus and someone stands on that wheel and it spins around and then the person's like throwing knives at that person and they can't move. It's kind of like that. He is stuck. He's totally stuck. So I want to know what's going on. What is going on? I did the Terrascope over Manhattan really quick. I realized I haven't made it live yet, but he's screwed in New York. He's so screwed in New York and Manhattan. I mean, they can't figure out what happened. So I just want to know, Tarot, what does this quarter moon have to do? Oh my God, and Venus is conjunct his moon as well. Like his money, what is this? His money, his power. He's in trouble. There's something going on with his money. So let's figure out what that is. and where's Mars? 0 degrees Scorpio, the divine feminine. Like I told you, she's elbowing everybody out of the way. Like, let me in here. I got stuff to do. F this, F that, throwing stuff off the shelves, off the desk, make room for me. Mars 0 Scorpio is on the cusp of the 7th and 8th house. It opens up this axis of Taurus Scorpio. Your debts, who you owe what, and your assets and your income. Wide open. Wide open. That's the divine feminine. His like taking the can opener is like, hey, I got it. You know, the can opener from the can opener eclipse. It's like she's here. She's got her foot in the doorway. She's putting the stopper there and she's ready to go. And, okay, so we have a full moon eclipse this month in Taurus. You just can't make this stuff up. Our new moon eclipse in Sagittarius, get this. This is why we're going to do our new moon wishes for Scorpio to get ready for our new moon in Sag, because this new moon solar eclipse giving us life is conjunct the United States of America ascendant. Do you get that? We're going through all this reset stuff, all of this stuff ahead of our Pluto return. And just like 2-3 short months from this eclipse is the Pluto return. And the new moon eclipse bringing in all that new energy. I mean, this is why it's going to be so refreshing. I'm telling you, March just feels so sweet to me. What gives the United States life and how she meets the world, we're having a new moon solar eclipse there on some day in December. That's awesome. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so, oh my God. He's in so much trouble. This 11 degrees Lilith. Oh my God. I can't go on these sites. If you saw the video about the city of Changchun and Donald pinging servers with Trump towers, Changchun was a reverse lookup IP address that was in Donald's natal chart at 11 degrees. Right now, Dark Moon Lilith is sitting on Changchun. And it's opposite the new moon solar eclipse that we're going to have. He's so screwed, you guys. It's so bad. He like really sucks, and people are not going to be around him. Okay, I'm sorry. What's this about? Donald's son is down here. What's this about? In Washington. He did this, he did that. What is the sixth? I am thinking of CIA, FBI. What's going on there? This is happening. It's pointing to our intelligence, OD&I, all them. They're like, oh, you? Really? And what's crowning him? His moon. This is the thing that's giving him a stomachache. It's giving him indigestion. He feels terrible, awful. This is what's eating him alive inside. And he cannot Had a plan, put it out there. I was kind of having some success at Trump Tower. Why don't I run for president and, you know, do my little method there in the White House? It's a nice plan, but it's getting shredded to pieces by law enforcement, revisiting all that crap he thought he was going to do. No, it's getting shredded to pieces. And it revolves around his money and his power and all those new ventures he had past 4 years. So his son shared celebrations. The Six Wands mob, the transnational mafia, Trump, Putin, Unji, Netanyahu, all those guys, him getting together with the band, all the crap that they did. From beginning to end, it was held as a big secret. Just do this, do that. Never ever speak of this. But he's caught. He is caught. Everything he did, he is caught. He tried to sell it as something else. He himself is caught. He can try to deflect and blame and sue. It's all coming back. There's Magic Mike. The magician has been showing up as Mike Flynn since Everett Stern and the Divine Feminine. This is the heart of it. Oh, look at that. I've got 3 major arcana. That's kind of cool. FBI, CIA, Odeon eyes look at him like, come here. These are the laws. These are our nation's laws. We have all the time in the day, but let's hop to it. Because there's a poop ton of crap that's happening. Also with your P-boys is where we started to look for the path. It's going to lead to other places. And the thing that's eating them inside is jail. And this has also been trying to trap President Biden into crap like with the joy and all the crap he's left behind. You guys, he's scared. The Queen of Pentacles, another nation with money. The Queen of Pentacles, where does that fit with our friend? Nope. I'm looking for our friend, Mr. Oh, come on. Mr. Stern. Do we have it? I thought I just had it. RHADAMANTHUS, Astro Tarot. Flynn Bannon. I can't find it. Who comes up here with Queen of Pentacles? Did I see any Queen of Pentacles? Guys, he's so screwed. Oh my God, China. China's screwed too. Oh. Who has the Queen of Pentacles right here? The Deputy Attorney General number 2. Because I get a lot more information if I do the deputies as well as Erdogan. Biden met with Erdogan. I'm like, yeah, they met. Biden was meeting for other reasons. Erdogan, Deputy number 2. Looks like she's looking into the Trump crime syndicate. And with Erdogan, it is with treason. So eating him alive. I love these cards. So this is the dream card. This card showed up when I was looking at Trump Tower pinging Alpha Bank and Spectrum. So it's like when everybody's sleeping, these pings are happening and coming to take what they need. It's reversed, you guys. It's coming out. No, and his cover-ups for is it cover-ups for what's eating him alive? What did he cover up? This is so many things. It is January 6th. Can I have some clarifiers, please? The government. Whoops. Okay. The courts. Mueller, Barr. The DOJ. Because he was toast. He was done. All of the government's. There's a ton of cover-ups going on in government. So this is what he's up against. As we're in the last quarter of this lunation, Divine Feminine is here, kicking butt, F this, F that, get rid of those files, get rid of that person. He's so screwed. Yep. So I feel like because there are still loyalists in the DOJ, and part of the reason, in my humble opinion, things like take so long to get done is because they're being careful, but actually the quickest route is to get it done absolutely perfect the first time around, so we don't have to deal with appeals or any teeny tiny mistake. We're gonna lock it down. I have seen Bannon get in, out. There's some little things they want to make sure are absolutely perfect. Okay, so this is the quarter moon. Let's look at some names here, and we can just get a feel for what's going on here. Oh, and GM Dave, you asked me about the stories in the mythology. So I get information for what's out there from other astrologers and what they say about it. Then I verify by looking at the mythology. And then I glean more from the tarot and then the message that it's really trying to send me personally. It's really fast. It is one of the most fascinating things. Thank you, Holly Coleman. Our friend Holly Coleman, always up on our transits and our asteroids, because they really tell the story of so much that's going on. In the way that with astrology, you can use the planets and the houses and the aspects to make sense of things. But if you want to drill down validity, reliability, corroborating information, it also offers more clues. It's so fascinating because a lot of these asteroids have orbits from 1 to 4 years, 12 years. And so they kind of often travel in clusters. So the energies are really, they meet up often and you see them kind of together. It's so fascinating. Okay, who do we have here? Oh, buffering. What was I buffering on? Okay. And shout out, I don't know who it was, said recommended a kyanite gem. Because you're like, my throat has been closing up when I hover over things. I just bought one today. It's beautiful. I can't wait. I hope it's beautiful because I don't want to return it. Okay, so we have in Washington, D.C. Oh, wait, no. I will give you the heads up, a little preview. The chart in Manhattan, the way the ascendant is set up with Neptune, it's like Donald is getting hit by a massive bomb of all of his crap, and it is in his harshest area of a blind spot. And I wonder if it was that Everett guy. He just stunning, this teroscope that I did for him. So I will make that live later. But here, we have Angel. Angel. I got Angel. Angel, your asteroid is at, you know what, should I just write these down? Angel is at 22 Capricorn. So this asteroid is conjunct the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. You're probably, let's see if you've been feeling the imminent transformation in power going on with our government and the structures within your own personal life. So I don't know the orbit of this and how long it's going to be there. But in Washington, D.C., Angel, you're going to be more over here in the 11th house with networks and people. Okay? So you were 22 Capricorn. And that's for this quarter moon. I will start looking at names for the new moon that we get into. But let's just experiment and find out. Okay? Who's here? Do I have anybody here? Did I grab? Okay, so Anon missed. I don't know if you're here. I did not get ANON. I got AN. And your asteroid is right at 0 degrees Aquarius. You know what that is? The Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. So I picked that for you. So the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction was last year at Christmas. Somebody else had this at 0 degrees Aquarius. That was Sheila. You spell it S-H-I-E-L-A. This is spelled S-H-E-I-L-A. Asteroid 30211. Sheila. And then Anan was 181. And then Angel was 11911. So you can go to Google and just search asteroid number. You can search your name, asteroid like Angel, but you get a lot of garbage in there. If you do just the asteroid number, then it comes up. Okay. So the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, whatever was happening for you back at the first day of winter, is really pressing into you now. It's like a new dynasty, a new way of living, a new dynasty, a new structure in your life. We have Bennett. Bennett is 27. This is cool. Bennett. This is your last name, first name. 27 degrees Sagittarius. Guess what this is? You are 4093. If you have planets or you're Bennett, this was at this is the galactic center of the universe. So this quarter moon is really pulling on your energies hugely. Think of where your Jupiter or Venus is in your chart. Divine Feminine is knock, knock, knock. Hey, what's going on? We got some stuff to do. Catherine, secrets. You're at 5 Pisces right now, a water sign. There wasn't just a Catherine. There was a Catherine L.I. And so yours is 5 Pisces in the area of secrets, rejuvenation, relaxation, taking care of yourself. Right now, Washington, D.C., that's what's being emphasized. Coleman, Holly Coleman. Our friend Holly Coleman is right here in the first house. 27 Pisces, Coleman. Imagination, creativity, inspiration. But it's coming into square with Venus, so they might have some uncertain things related to values, money. Let's just wait till we get to the new moon. Carol. Is Carol in the house? Carol. You are 2214. Oh, you are 1 degrees Sagittarius. This is conjunct the asteroid Sphinx. Sphinx is kind of like the Riddler that used to meet people on the road in ancient times. If you could answer the riddle, you could go through. If you couldn't, you would get eaten. So this has to do with pondering deep thoughts, deep ideas. Sagittarius, I don't know if you're dealing with legal things that are coming up, but whatever's coming up, we're thinking about legal stuff. We're thinking about our faith. Asking a lot of questions and getting the correct question done ahead of this new moon. Let's see. I have child. Someone's last 17 Taurus. Child. Think children, you guys. Right now, children. There's also a user here with one of the names is child. 17 Taurus. Children, child, third house, your community, communications, how they're getting along and communicating even with their siblings. There's a child out there that you got to watch at this new moon because it's going to be kind of not combust, but combustible. Eyes on a child who is inflexible, rigid, that's going to get sudden shocking stuff happening next month. Okay? Hi, Debsy. We're talking about asteroids. I was looking at some of the names, trying to see who I could names I could come up with, and see what we could do ahead of our new moon. So if you guys are interested in finding out your asteroid number with your name, and then we'll do this as we get to the new moon, I will be glad to look that up for you. We have Denise. There, I need a new color. Denise is in the house. Do we have Denise's in the house? Denise. You are at, I'm so sloppy. You're right next to Bennett. At 28 Sagittarius, we have Denise, asteroid number 667. 28 Sag. So you are almost at the end of Sag. You have Venus that's coming your way. You're at the end degrees here. I think your asteroid is going to move, hopefully, before the new moon, because at 29 degrees Sag, it's like you're right in between the galactic center of the universe and then this unfriendly Ixion. And you've got like Venus money stuff coming your way. And Ixion was the first asteroid, the first centaur, I think it's the centaur. It was associated with murder. I'm not saying you're associated with murder. I am saying there's going to be conflicts there and debates, especially as Venus comes your way, because it is going to have a really strong pull hitting the galactic center and coming your way. And there's like someone in the waiting that is very curious about that Venus that's happening. Douglas. Do we have a Douglas? And now this could be a first or a last name. Or someone you know. Douglas is at 4 Aries. Retrograde. So Douglas, you just kind of got over a period of getting your behind handed to you with all the stuff going on in Libra. You've really kind of turned inward to like look at where you are in your defenses and, you know, kind of batten down the hatches to take, you know, we're just going to kind of stay here and let the storm blow over. You are conjunct this asteroid, Salacia. Think of salacious. Think like that always comes up like with the Trump admin. Salacious news, salacious info. This is also retrograde. So I don't know if you're retrograding with some salacious thing that's coming your way and that's been kind of being hounded at you or being associated with something like that. This, I don't know what to make with that. Then we have Davis. Davis is at 15 Cancer. This is, oh, Davis, you are on the cusp. That means you can, your ideas in Washington, D.C. with our nation, it's like what you're doing, it's like you can open up all the doors to many, many possibilities. You're at 15 Cancer. You are 36, 38. This is interesting because you just passed 14 Cancer, which had Kronos, the king, and Wuhan. You know that asteroid, Wuhan? So it's kind of like you just rumbled over a bunch of stuff, disagreement, fighting for some things, and someone is going to come out on top. That you just went through. Kind of finding your footing. What else do we have? We have up here Hopkins. Hopkins is at 25. 25 Aquarius, Hopkins. Your number is 17954. You are conjunct Damocles. You just passed at 24 Aquarius retrograde. Damocles, you guys remember the Sword of Damocles? That story? The guy who got to be king for a day or however, the king let him be king because he thought he was his biggest admirer and just thought it'd be cool to be the king. And when he sat down in the throne, he looked up and there was a giant sword hanging there from a single hair from a horse's mane. And it was just dangling over him, which when you're in a position of power, a position of decision and leadership, it's kind of like life or death, the decisions that have to be made. Damocles to me is also like when the sword falls, things dangle around, or like if the wind blows that sword and it's just kind of whipping around and you're taking cover, you got to be careful. This is something your asteroid just passed over. And Jupiter's on the other side of that, which might make it blow your way again. Where else are we? We have Joan. Joni, I picked Joan for you because there's no Joni. But Joan, right here. In defense of the United States of America, what do you have that contributes to the protection of the United States of America and your values and your defenses? Your asteroid is 2677. You are conjunct the asteroid Isis. I love Isis. She is that goddess that can take things that are torn to pieces like a nation and weave it back together and bring life back to it. So Joan, you have some like sparkly energy, miracle working stuff that you can manipulate here for the good. There's also asteroid Boehner right here. I can't remember what that one is. There's just so many of them. Boehner. So this means Boehner. This also means that for the United States, this asteroid Isis is also very active at home where we can't see. Our nation is really working together to come together. Let's look at that. So, Tarot, I want to see our nation has just been ripped apart, different pieces. I want to see us, okay. That's interesting. Torn apart, coming together. My Three of Cups card, that's like a conspiracy. This could mean a bunch of different things. We're just going to go 3 across. Past, present, future, below and above. Final result, okay? Our divided nation. Past. Present. Future. At the basis of this. What's crowning this from the past? present. Nation divided. Surrounding. This feels so light, like I can barely feel it. Our nation torn apart, where we're headed. Wow. If you what kind of conspiracy this looks like to me, the Three of Cups, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Two of Cups. A conspiracy. I see the Trump dynasty. I see other autocrat family dynasties, people operating as spies to shred us apart. And those were all the agreements that they had to do that face to face. This is what we're going to do to end democracy. In the past, they took action. He had his people on the ground to subvert things, provoke things where you wouldn't see us acting in the shadows. So the foundation of this was the government that they're trying to overcome. And the rules and structure that we have. What's crowning this? The Page of Pentacles. Young people, our values, who we are, how we identify ourselves at our very core. Our biggest, most important values. Turn them upside down. A nation divided. Now, there's some support. We've gone from this night shredding us, ripping us apart where we can't see it, to right now. There is some support. There are some things in place to bring us together. Ooh, at the basis of this, we've got the Yes card. Yes, we can't see what's being worked on. What is this Yes card? Okay. January 6th. Trying to get the answers to that. The answers are being hidden. But we, coming together, we're divided. They were trying to divide us, not really working out the way they wanted it to. What's crowning us now? Hi, thank you, Carol. Thank you, Carol. The White House. The White House is working to support us by means of figuring this stuff out. Future. People have to make some decisions. I feel like people have to decide which side you're going to be on, because they're coming for you and everything that you did with Donald, and there's the courts. Decisions are going to be free. How long was I buffering? Am I going now? Can you see me? We love YouTube so much. Can you see me? Hello, a while. Guess the universe wants us to think hard about this decision. Yeah, or at least just be very aware and conscious of the details. What? Oh, man. Okay. Oh, this is why it buffered. This was at the bottom. I'm like, what, are we going to be healed while we're sleeping? No, it's because Don Julio is done and there's the courts. The decision's been made. Which side are you going to be on? And it's just going to be through leadership, divine feminine, and just nations are queens. How our nation is led, how we're going to have our defenses up collectively, be of the same mind, because we're not going to go back to that. We're a new America. We have a new moon solar eclipse in December on the United States ascendant. But at the bottom is the betrayal. We will always know this hurt and this pain, and we don't want to forget it, because this is what's going to guide us coming together. Okay? Anything about Leo? Leo, well, you are in a grand cross. Scorpio for Leo. What? It leads. Where? Leo. Taurus. Oh, Scorpio. Okay. You're going to have some jolts. You're going to have jolts at home, partners, career, income, because you're in a grand cross with this new moon in Scorpio that we have on Thursday. So you're gonna have to pick the battles that that you're gonna stick with, and know what to give up, and not let your ego get in the way, or a broken heart. Okay, so you're just gonna have to sit with it. Sit with it and be open to what you can't see. Okay. Queen's making offensive plays on the sand. Okay. Okay, so Capricorn, you guys. Here, wait. Do I have anyone with a Capricorn? I know I've got some Capricorn asteroids. Oh, I do have to... Oh, Marilyn. Huh, there you go. Oh, this is why. Marilyn. Can you hear me, Marilyn? I'm on a different color. Marilyn asteroid. You are 19 Virgo. Where's 19 Virgo? Ooh, Marilyn. So the ball is not in your court. Asteroid 1486. Your asteroid is at 19 Virgo. There's the Virgo for you. So Virgo's over here, concentrated, dealing with other people. No wonder, Virgo, you have just been kind of at the mercy of whatever way the wind is blowing. And you're just going to have to listen to the opposition and make decisions accordingly. 19 Virgo is the United States Dark Moon Lilith. This is our deepest pain. This is women's rights. This is how we've treated people of color in slavery in our U.S. history. This is where you are of service to others that are different or are needing some help, guidance with healing some deep, deep wounds and pain. There's an opposition, but there are partners here as well. So think about that as we head into our new moon. Let's see. Who else? We want a Capricorn. There's a 13 Cap. I have something over here. Where is it? 13 Capricorn. Ooh, this is right on the cusp. This is like kind of having the final say at the end of a house. So this is your public purse self. This is your career, your social status. This is how people see you, your achievements. Well, this asteroid for Moon, like Moonchild, I think was the name, was right here. It's kind of like having the last word, the last final decision on what's going on with career as you hand something off to a colleague. It's also in the 10th house where Capricorn is very comfortable. What is this? 7805. We have Todd. Todd. You don't really have a Todd. Oh my gosh, look at where you are. Whoo, man. You're right on the cusp as well, Todd. But you're actually Todd. There's no Todd. Todd. So this asteroid is 14 Cancer. This is united, conjunct with the United States of America and her sun. So there is something radiating beautifully. Your energies are really primed to facilitate the good that's happening for our nation as our nation expresses herself through her sun. As we head into this new moon, you are 6049. We have Theodore. Theodore, it's not really Theodore, it is Theodora. 26 Libra. Oh boy, 26 Libra, you know what that means? You're over here somewhere. Hello, Divine Feminine, Medusa, the one that defends those who have been abused, heading into the new moon. You were right here at 26 Libra. You were conjunct Mars. You were pretty fired up and lobbing stuff back at opponents or delegating this and that, trying to get your say on what's just and what's right. You are asteroid number 440. So this Libra energy, there's creativity here to do the right things. But you have to know your limits, what is enough, when to cap it, when to cut your ties. You cannot overdo it because right there at 27 Libra is Atlantis. You'll be underwater. Don't overdo it. Okay? You need some limits. And, oh, Toda, you are conjunct Kronos, the king, and Wuhan. That's a lot of energy to carry. That whatever you're going to do, you're going to do it for regal reasons, but you better be careful of what you're putting out there and what might be lobbed back at you. Linda, this will be the last. Linda, you're really close to, you're also a Virgo. Linda is right, well, this is in the 6th house of service. So Linda, our friend Linda, has been doing a lot of service, a lot of being very compassionate helper at home. You are number 7169. That is 15 Virgo. That is conjunct the asteroid Eurydice. Do I have anything on that? Nothing is jumping out at me. But ahead of this new moon, yeah, I don't have anything on Eurydice. You might have to look up that one yourself. That's what I got. That's what I got for now. Yeah. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, that's kind of fun. It's a little bit time consuming, but I think we're gonna do this every time I come live. We'll do some asteroids. I might have to cap it because that's kind of a lot. But that's kind of where your asteroid fits with the nation, because sometimes I feel like it gets so overwhelming trying to focus where your energies are best suited for that week and go from there as a citizen, good citizen. And then that you find ways to merge that with your day-to-day life. Okay, how are we doing? What time is it? I feel like I've been going for a while. A little bit. So you guys have, do you have any questions? Was there anything you wanted me to look at? I do have to make that other video live because, oh boy, that is hard. What do we have? You're welcome. Pamela, Queen, thank you so much. It's helped that you explained why I felt the way I for the last 10 days. It's been brutal. It's been hard. Bright light to everyone out there. Yeah, so, this is what's upcoming. There's going to be noticeable shifts. I hope you're getting your stuff done early, ahead of like Thanksgiving, yeah. You want to get as much stuff done as you possibly can, and then just hunker down and, make some chili that you can freeze, just stock up on resources, because I keep saying things start to get messy in December, before Christmas, and then January is a mess. But the good news is we will take things being really messy for about a month and a half, because it's going to help us at our Pluto return, because every single planet is orbiting forward. There's nothing backwards. And then for some reason, March just feels really sweet. And then I get like June, July feel really sweet too. And then I just feel like it's like clear skies. It's like I think we're out of this. It's weird. Oh, so what I wanted to tell you. So Mercury has been in Libra since August 30th. Think, our withdrawal from Afghanistan. Mercury has to do with communications, reasoning, knowledge, contracts, electronics. It's been a lot. There's been a lot of communicating out there. There's been a lot of, trying to sway opinions and justice going. All we've been talking about is justice and what's fair and debates. It's been exhausting because it went retrograde, and then it was fired up with Mars, and then it was, today, Mercury is 24 Libra, Pluto is 24 Capricorn. Mercury will finally pass this bugger that has made everything so intense and difficult. And then on Friday, Mercury goes into Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars. And then Venus will go in Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. So we're out of that. Right now, Venus is in Sag, which is like the love of the law enforcement, extremists out there. But this is going to take a decided turn Friday. This is the day after our new moon. So we have to keep this in mind, because we're going to get the relief. But holy crap, it's going to get really serious, and it's going to get down to business. Venus in Capricorn is shrewd. It is resourceful. It takes the basics and stocks up and plans well for the future. You've got this November to get your Venus where you want it before we head into hell. I don't mean to be dramatic like that. I just want you to get your stuff in order. Please avoid traveling, until well after. If you can avoid traveling during the holidays, that would be so awesome. Very serious, very serious. Thanksgiving will feel good. While the sun is in Sagittarius, we'll get a little bit of break here, but even the week heading before Christmas, you're going to be able to feel it. So what happens here, This Venus in Capricorn, it's going to go retrograde December, January, but it does not leave until March. Then it goes into Aquarius. This Venus is going to be here for a long time. Mars, Saturn. These are the malefics. Whereas Venus and Jupiter are the benefics. They're beneficial. They're the benefics. They make good things happen. They make us happy. Jovial. Mars, Saturn, this is like separates this, you know, like it's aggressive. Mars, Saturn combinations, especially the midpoint right here, is prominent like with, again, catastrophe, illnesses, disease, where energies get really drained, where your back is up against a wall and you feel like things are coming at you and you just don't have, you're zapped, you have no energy. So this is the dynamic. Things change. We get out of this, but this is not effing around. This is a lot of reality, a lot of harsh truths. But you have to be loyal to yourself and others and do the right thing, because Scorpio is about integrity. You can't lie to Scorpio. Saturn wants stuff in order. Saturn can be cold. Sagittarius is in between, and that's the jovial one that lifts our spirits in between Scorpio and Capricorn, which can be depressing and isolating at times. Having a plan to get through this stuff. Okay. So, February 20th, 2022. I know all those twos. I had asked someone about this before, about all the twos. I like the twos. They're dichotomies, a lot of choices. You know what? Let's just do that. There is something with the nature of all the twos. 2022. Because it's, here it is. I am pulling this out of somewhere, AHT, Alternative Health Tarot, because actually that date, it's 2. Somehow 2/20/2020, or did she just do it? Somehow it has something to do with the 2 cubed, but I don't know if, I don't know. Times 2, that equals 8, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 twos. I don't know how that works. There's something with the 2 cubed, and this is like a really like very special thing. What's with all these twos? What's with all these twos with our Pluto return? See, I love the twos because in Hawaii, you call your grandpa and your grandma tutu man and tutu lady. So I always feel sweet, lovely tutu grandparent energy with this. Okay. Oh, which way does this go? That's a 10. Oh, I'm getting push me away. I'm not here anymore. I don't. What's with these twos? What does all these twos mean? We got a 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. What? Are these all upside down? We've got 2. You guys. I have 2 3s. I don't know what this means. Why do I have these 2 2s? They're 3s. Right? I know, but I did push these 2 cards away. 2. We got a plan. 20. Dream. Support. Know what? Know what? Oh, they're playing a joke on me. This is why March feels clear and fun. It's not heavy. Oh! You guys see this? What's this 2? No, Donald. Like they were trying to say, we're done with the spies and the manipulating their own fortune. Remember, this is like, go away. Yeah, go away. You're done, Donald. It's just us here. We've got a new plan. We've got a lot of support. We're going to sleep on it. We're going to get some help. What's happening while we sleep? Putting to sleep that monkey mind that's been awake too long the past 4, 5, 6 years. Chill. Relax. We have one guy in charge, President Biden. He's making sure everything is there to protect our nation. And we're going to get all the support that we need. Our courts, Donald is done. Ding dong, Donald is done, you guys. He's done. He's out of here. I like these 2s. I think this is pretty funny. No, we're done, Julio. That's so funny. Yes, the monkey needs to go to bed. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Again, if you want to know your asteroid and your number, we'll keep that in mind. See if I catch anything else here. I know, isn't that great? I love it. I love it. It's so awesome. Ding dong, the Don is gone. Yeah, you guys. Okay, I am going to tell, I still have to make that one video live. But again, my jaw dropped. Because you guys know, there are cards with Donald that are the rusher or someone bailing him out. The one we would always see with him, 9th house faith. That would be like his faith in Putin bailing him out, or his faith in the law enforcement doing what he wanted. You know, and he'd have like, you know, public servants helping him out with the law, partners helping him with the law over there, maybe his network's helping him. This card showed up right here in the 1st house of who I am. Reversed. No faith, no friends, no help. It was jaw-dropping. Thank you, Joni. Thank you, Desrat. But you had the good Donald. Duck decoys. Other quick Callie's. Oh, Khalid's presence just in here as I came out of the shower. I stopped in my tracks. Really? Thank you, Bonnie. Well, what was she doing? Yes, peace of mind. You should just have peace of mind. The media just sucks. They just suck. Okay, let's talk about he is throwing everyone on their heads. That press conference. Show me Everett Stern. He's getting a lot of support. What does Donald think about him? Donald, it's a conspiracy. Donald thinks the 3 of Cups are brown. No. Donald thinks this was so easy for him to get done that he can do this because he's got no fighting. No one's against him. I just hear him screaming, "It's unfair, though." Donald, okay. Well, oh, General Flynn. What does he think about this? Oh, I can't hide behind anything. I was hiding behind these clouds, the Seven of Cups, my disguise, where I'd poof, throw out the fog, and then behind the fog, do my magic. The veil has been lifted. He cannot hide anymore his psyops, his ops, his intel, his Mike Flynn intel group, whatever. And the GOP is, oh no, GOP Pennsylvania. GOP Pennsylvania is like, we're done. We're toast. We're totally toast. Holy crap. Get me away from the United States of America and the government because I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed. So funny. I don't see any thumb down viewers. Oh, well. That's okay. That's okay. Just let them be. They're being silly. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to touch the governor's race tomorrow. I did that last reading last time. I don't want to touch it again because at the foundation of everything, this election was not on stable footing. It had the propaganda, safe in that there's not foreign interference coming in through like networks outside, directly touching the election, but plenty of influence inside. The foundation of this election does not feel stable. There's a lot of fog, Neptune, haze, confusion. What are you doing? What are you doing in psyops? And it's just crazy. And you know how they say President Biden's, ratings, favorability has gone down. It's only gone down since they started this whole thing as they're getting ready for this election because they are campaign testing, message testing, what they're doing, when they did it, when it affected Biden's approval, so that they can take that plan right now and carry it over to 2022. Because mark my words, a week after this, the media and everyone's just going to carry on like there was never any crazy hysteria over this election. We're not going to see any more of these protests or these crazy masks. It's going to all calm down. It's going to be totally different. This is how it always happens. They beating the drum for months on end, see what type of propaganda works to, hit away at Biden. That's all it is. It's just a big silliness. So that's that. Yes, thank you so much for all the thumbs up. Thank you, moderators, so much. Nice to see all you guys. Hang in there. We have a new moon Thursday. It's going to be a really special one. I don't know what time I'm going to go live on Thursday because it's kind of a special day for me too. So I don't know what the family plan is, but I definitely want to be. I just don't know when because we'll see. But this is a good one. We've gone through so much, you guys. We are almost there. We are almost there. Okay. So we'll see you soon. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for all your love and support, your great questions. And we'll talk to you soon. Good night. Good night. Thank you. Good night. Okay, bye.